Hey, good afternoon and welcome to Tuesdays with Fran. Today I am in Irita, a super small village in the middle of the Pyrenees, in the Baztan Valley. A village, I would say it's the village in Navarra with larger amount of palaces. It's amazing how much wealth there has been in this small village in history. So come join me and let's discover this beautiful little village. So, as you can see, we are in the middle of nature. I mean, really, it's an amazing view everywhere around. No matter where you go, you find mountains and mountains and more mountains. Everywhere, it's green and extremely beautiful. I love this village. Hola, Wendy. So, as I said, we are in Irurita. The population of Irurita is just 788 inhabitants, barely nobody. Right now, it's one of the moments where there's more population because really, hola Jorge, some of the schools in Spain have not started yet. They're going to start by Wednesday, tomorrow. So there's still some kids in here from different villages, okay? Altitude-wise, we're pretty much sea level. We are only 700 feet over sea level. So the thing is that one of the peculiarities of the village, of this valley, not just the village, the Baztan Valley, it's that we are very close. We're very not high in the mountains. In less than 5 kilometers, about 3 miles to the east, we have the Pyrenees, the big mountains of the Pyrenees. And here where we are facing the Cantabric Sea, okay, the Gulf of Biscay. So this cloudy weather is a very, very traditional here because all the storms come from the Mediterranean, no, from the Cantabric Sea. They crash into the Pyrenees and then they drop all the water. If there was one person that everybody thinks he was from here, is the gentleman who constructed this magnificent palace. This is the palace of Obispo Irurita, the Bishop Irurita. The thing is that Irurita is a very common name in Spain because there's a lot of people who were from here and they migrated. And this Obispo Irurita, that was his last name. He became a bishop in Lleida, in Catalonia. And everybody was like, oh, so you're from Irurita, you're from Irurita. I was like, no, I am not from there. And what he did at the end of his life, he said, okay, I'm going to send money to the village of Irurita. That way, I can construct a palace, my palace. And although he never saw it, it is the palace of the Bishop Irurita, which I think is super funky. It's like, whoa, that's a cool way. You know, if you have money. Hola, Susie. How are you doing? Good afternoon. Good to see you today. So the main church, the church of Irurita, it is San Salvador, the Savior. Hola, Glyn. I made it. Yay! So happy that you made it. Probably the most important thing of this impressive church, it's the tower bell. It is an octagonal tower bell that it was sponsored by one of the wealthy families from here who went to Peru, made a lot of money, and then they constructed that impressive tower, which I think is super incredible. Besides all of that, here we have, this is a farming village. Most of the economy comes thanks to small productions. Here, as you can see, we have some corn, we have some beans, not huge things today. Back then, it was very important, okay, the agricultural part of Irurita. What else? Here's a word I'm not quite sure. The people who put shoes, you know, the little shoe things to the horses, is that a smith? So, if that's a smith, in fact, I'm saying this because probably the biggest economy here has always been the smiths, okay? People from everywhere around the kingdom of Navarra would come over here to bring their horses, their cows, everything, to get into here. Okay, so the Smiths, oh, hola Linda, good afternoon. So I guess, yes, the Smiths are the ones. Blacksmith, okay, Nina, thank you. So the blacksmith are the ones who put the shoes to, shoe horses. Is that how you call them? The good luck thingies? Anyway, so that was probably one of the big economies from here, okay? Nature here is quite grateful. As I was saying, it rains a lot, so we have flowers that normally don't grow in the Pyrenees, okay? These are much more tropical type of flowers. Yes, we have amazing geraniums, okay? I think my signal is horseshoes. There we go. Amazing geraniums. Let's go a little further because here I think the connection is a little bit weaker in these narrow streets around here. So I was telling you about flowers. We have a lot of camellia trees and hydrangeas. Those are the biggest flowers that we have here. This palace, this next palace that we see, canna flowers. Hi James, thank you for that. Anglian horseshoes for good luck. There we go. Okay, so this palace, as you see, is divided in two parts. This side here, it is a defensive tower from the 1300s, okay? And later, it was added this Baroque palace from the 18th century, 1700s. Let me get a little perspective. Let me go to the other side of the road so we can see it. In the US, folks who specialize in shoe horses are ferries. Okay, Lisa. Oh, there's a kid running. I didn't know that one. Okay, nobody coming. Let me cross. We don't want to get right. Well, I don't want to get. Okay, let's get some perspective of the palace Hauragia, which is the big, impressive palace of this incredible little village. Then we go. Here probably it's much better, the connection. There we go. So here we get to see both sides of the palace, okay? The stone one, the one on the back, it is the one from the 1300s, and the Baroque one, the one closer to us, it is from the 18th century, 1700s. This house, this property, has been in the same family since 1437. And one of the cool things about this place is that today you can rent it. You can come, they have made a small agriturismo, and they say you can book a place in this Hauragia. Okay, let me make a zoom so you can, if you want to Google the name of this. Oh, the police. Okay, Hauragia Irurita. If you look for that, you will be able to book a night in this enchanted, beautiful 1300s palace, which I think it's incredible that you can go all the way to here. Right now we are in the main square of Irurita, and here is where we get to see the larger amount of palaces. This palace that we have here, it is the Palace of Golianeche from the 1700s, and here we have something kind of peculiar, let's say, because we have like three different sets of coat of arms. This coat of arms, it is the coat of arms of the valley, okay? The Baztan Valley, everybody that has been born here, they have the right to have this coat of arms, okay? So this is like everybody has this beautiful novelty title. Then we find the Golianeche coat of arms, which is this one, okay? Very imperial, very powerful. And all the way on the top, we find these eagles. Okay, what these are called victors. Victor, what is this? Okay, in fact, they don't have one, they have two of them. The victor comes from the Roman times, okay? Romans, how can I explain it? Okay, when somebody did something good, excellent, it was a victory, okay? And the Caesars, they would put these symbols saying victor to do some, you know, to point out that somebody did something excellent or beyond your normal expectations. Okay, that is what a victory is all about. Okay, hopefully the sound, because I'm getting a lot of problems with the sound. Well, so the thing is that in Spain, what we say when somebody does something spectacular, we vitorear. To vitor somebody is to say yay for somebody. Okay, so this family, as you can see, the Golianeche family, as I told you, they have 2 of them. The reason for that, it's because 2 of the siblings from this house made it very big. One became a bishop, and the other was an amazing sailor who went to the Americas. Aha! But if there is one palace that is very important, it is this one, the Gaston Palace. This is a very traditional Baroque construction from this area, very structured, very settled with a double tower, okay, on both sides. The thing is that here we can see also they have a vitor, okay, there we have the eagle, and they have the coat of arms of the valley, okay, and underneath they have the coat of arms of the family. The thing is that this family made it big in America, all right, so they brought all the goods from back there. As I told you, even more palaces and more palaces. I mean, it's incredible how much money there has always been in this valley, especially in this village. The money was on first because a lot of people went to America, okay? America to Central or South America, especially. Epa, okay. Ya puesto saludáis, ¿no? Epa. They say, hey, we want to be on the TV. I'm like, okay, whatever. So, as I was telling you, all of these people went to America. Okay, they made a lot of money. In Peru, they became big dealers. Okay? Trading, not dealing, was a huge thing. All of these people who went to America, they constructed this, like the church or this fronton, this cover fronton, okay? All of these public things. Let me get out from here because there's a bike right behind me. Whoop. So that was one of the frontons to play pelot. And there's not only one. In this village, there are 2 frontons. This one is uncovered, this one is open. It's, we have all the kids just coming out. In this village, they have already started the Ikastola, which is the school in here in the Basque Country in Navarra. Okay, so they're off from the school. Here in this fronton is where they play la Showa, which is probably the oldest bass pelot game that we play. Okay, so that's unfortunately now not too many people do it. All around the village we find the dried thistle, like this one. We call it Ecuzquilore, okay, the flower of the sun. We've talked in other of my videos about it. It's a protective guardian. And from here, well, we're gonna go all the way up to try to get a beautiful perspective of the village of Irurita. As you can see, it's a tiny little gem that I think it's amazing how beautiful it is. Another important thing from this village, well, before I talk about that, let me show you the little chicken. I think they're so cute. Look at it. Tita, tita, tita. Hello. Okay, there we go. So I was telling you that another important part of the economy of here has to do with chocolate production, right? It's a huge thing, the chocolate production in all of these valleys. The reason, as we have explained in other videos, it's the Jewish population that came all the way to here, okay? The Jewish population on the 1400s, sorry, they brought the know-how of the chocolate, how to do chocolate, okay? And they settled in here. And the other thing that boosts the economy here are the apples. This is a very important apple production producer area. We have a lot of cider, okay? Cider houses everywhere around are very, very important. So, as you can imagine, food is super important in all of these valleys. I hope I don't fall because I'm walking backwards, trying to avoid the wind. I'm going up the hill, but it's super windy, and I don't wanna bother you with all the wind going around. So, as we go a little higher, you get to see the beautiful perspective of this valley. Okay, we are surrounded by nature. It is a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous valley, green everywhere around. It's gonna rain, as you can see by the clouds. We're expecting a few days of rain now, but it's such a beautiful way to come and reconnect with nature. Here really is one of the most important things that we have in all of these valleys is the direct connection with nature. But one of the important things that we have in our culture is a mixture of nature and religion. Here, right now, we're going up to the cemetery of the village. And as you can see, we find the stages to the cross, okay? So people can go praying on the way up. For us, religion and nature are in the same value. They are both represented in the same level, okay? So that is why in the 1500s there was a lot of witches, and the Inquisition came over here and worked horrible, because in our tradition healing with nature is a very important thing. And as here, although we're not Basque, remember, we do have Basque culture, and in the Basque culture we have all of this mythology and all of these creatures that live everywhere in here, these beautiful, beautiful valleys. So take a look at the village from here, from the height of the cemetery, the graveyard. It's right behind me. It's such a beautiful and peaceful place to rest. And my friends, I know this has been a little short video, but as you can see, this village is super small, super beautiful. Can't wait to welcome you all around here. Remember that in travelingsteps.es you can find a Basque staycation where we will rent agriturismo in this valley, not in this village, but in this valley, and we'll discover and travel around Basque country, Navarra, the French Basque country, all along. So my friends, have a great day. Well, you all know that all of these tours are tip supported, so my tip jar is down there in PayPal. So if you want to share a tip with me, thank you very, very much. Have a wonderful day. Hopefully I don't blow away. Bye bye.